Turn the lights up. Turn the mics on. Welcome to SFL Nights. Studio lights. And the microphone's live. Studio lights and the microphone's live. Like simulation football, yeah, the whole league crowd. From kickoff dreams to the final drive. Every story told when the spotlight arrives. Breaking down game, fucking wins and takes. Big time moments, clutch time breaks. From rookies to vets, everybody relate. If you live in SFL, then you're tuned in today. Highlights rolling, hot takes cooking. Behind the scenes while the league keeps moving. From game plans big to laugh forgets. AJ bring the energy, she bring the bets. SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Turn it on loud. Bo hiring higher. Football talk. So food, so fire. Guest in the building, wholly inspired. SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Prime time vibes and competitive fire. Simulation star. League wide chatter. If it's SFL life, it don't get better. Draft day hopes and playoff runs like a boom stories. Buzzer beater wins, breaking down dive. Calling big time plays every episode. Got that game day, hey. Trying new flavors, rating the bites. Food on the table with league insight. Owners of players all sharing the mic. Every cowboy real every single night. For real moon, talking fear and reactions. League wide love with real connections. If you bid in SFL, you already family. It's more than a podcast, it's community. SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Turn it up loud. Go higher and higher. Football talk. So food, so fire. Guest in the building, whole league inspires. SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Prime time vibes have been better than five. Simulations go. And league watch chatter. It's SFL life, it don't get better. Mic checks, Benny. Cameras roll. Every story matter. Every voice go from coast to coast. Every squad unite. SFL family every night. SFL Nights with AJ Striker. SFL Nights with AJ Striker. SFL Nights. Yeah. Turn the lights on. Yeah. Turn the mics on. Yeah. Turn the lights up. Turn the mics on. Welcome to SFL Nights.
What is up? What is up? What is up, SFL Nation? Welcome back to SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Thank you so much for joining me today or tonight, or whenever you decide to hit that play button or turn on that radio dial. Really appreciate it, y'all. And again, you are joining me here on a Sunday night in an attempt to make sure that my guests have the time that they need. I was originally scheduled for Thursday, but one of my guests had some emergencies that they had to take care of. So we decided that Sunday was going to be a really good day, a really chill day. So I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently today. Normally, I would go over my week 13, the picks I made, and I would go kind of like over the games of right now that have already been played. But I'm going to do that on Thursday. So week 13 picks, week 14 picks, and results from week 13 will be on Thursday coming up. Because tonight, I kind of wanted to chill. It's been kind of a long week. Just trying to balance life, SFL life, as trying to help prepare for next season, and the effort of doing that, sometimes it takes a lot of time, So I am tired, to be honest with you. So I just decided I'm just going to just sit, eat, and have a really, really cool conversation with a couple of gentlemen that I know love to talk. And they have some really interesting things to say, especially about the position of quarterback. All of us are quarterbacks. So I call this tonight the quarterback conversation. We're going to talk about the good times, the bad times, and everything in between tonight. But first, this season, I have been dedicating different dishes to different teams. I'm trying to go in alphabetical order as best I can. And so tonight I am on Mexico City Aztecs. Now I know a couple of weeks ago I kind of announced this and I kind of jumped the gun. I kind of like almost missed two teams. So sorry about that. But we're back on track. And tonight we're going to make esquites. So if you are not familiar with esquites or elote, it is Mexican style street corn. I'm going to do a traditional tonight with both sweet and yellow corn I have here. Actually, I have cooked this with some salt, pepper, and a little bit of butter, kind of warmed it up nicely. And the thing is with esquites and elote, the difference is elote is served on the cob and esquites is served in the cup. So I figured it'd be easier to eat, easier for me to show you if everything is in the cup. And very, very simple ingredients with this. So guys, Mexico City, I hope I'm doing this right. If you're in the chat, if you see this and I do anything wrong, let me know. And it's for next time. But I've been eating this pretty much ever since I announced it like 2 weeks ago. So I think I got a handle on it. So as I said before, I actually put some lime in here. I cooked it with some butter and salt and pepper. So it's all warm. It's not terribly hot. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hold it. And then otherwise, it'll melt the cup. But with esquites, you're going to use mayonnaise. Now, you do this to your heart's content. I typically like maybe like a tablespoon mayonnaise on it. You're using paprika or a chili powder. Actually, no, it's chili powder. Give me 1 second. I got to get the chili powder. Can't do it without chili powder. Can't do it without the chili powder. That's what it is. Chili, that's what it is. Now, you can put some paprika in there. In this case, this is the smoked paprika, but the actual recipe calls for chili powder. So, since I already have salt in there, I don't want to overdo it. But, and I think does this have salt in it? Always read the back of your spices, people, because the very first ingredient usually means it has the most in it. And this is just chili peppers, so we're good. We are good. All right. Nice little sprinkle of that. Now, again, I think you can do this to your particular taste. I like chili powder. I'm actually going to add a little bit of paprika. I think traditionally it does not call for paprika, but I'm doing this. So, put a little bit of the smoked paprika in there too, so it gives it kind of like a nice smoky quality to it. And your cotija cheese. So, cotija cheese kind of reminds me of a white cheddar cheese. Kind of thick, aged like that too, you know. So, you have to kind of shave it off too. It's not like you can just slice it up. I mean, you can, but it crumbles up really easy. And it does not melt. So this is not a melting cheese. Don't expect it to be all like a cheese pool and everything, because this don't do that. Kind of reminds me of like the consistency of a feta or like, again, aged Parmesan. So right on top. Boom. Your corn with your salt, pepper, lime, and butter. Then you got your chili powder, a little bit of paprika, and you have your mayonnaise and cotija cheese. Esquites, everybody. And you just mix it all up. And I asked Ramos Lin, he is the owner of Mexico City Aztecs. I asked him, I was like, so why can I just take the mayonnaise and everything and just kind of mix it in the corn and then put it in the cup and then top it with the cheese? And he was like, you can do it any way that you want to, but traditionally everything just goes on top and you kind of mix it in like this. You know, I see you guys, go see comments. Uh-oh. Did I do it wrong, guys? Oh, hey, what's going on? First of all, I've been having this up here. What's up, Ryan? Always on the scene. I knew that was you. And Robert Henson on the scene too. What's going on, Robert? Good to see you. SFL Portia in the building. What did you just ruin with mayonnaise? No, baby, I promise you this is not ruined. It actually tastes very good. Um, I've been eating this ever since I kind of debuted it 2 weeks ago. I bought all the ingredients a couple weeks ago, and I was really curious about the taste. So I kind of cheated. I made it a couple weeks ago, and I've pretty much been making it ever since because it's so good to me. But you have all these delicious spices in the mayonnaise, babe. That's all it is. It's just corn with like spiced mayonnaise. Now, when I was at Longhorn, they did this, but they put some kind of like Tabasco mayonnaise on top of it, and then with the cotija cheese and some green onions. But I wasn't going there with all of that. Robert said it's delicious. Portia was like, nope, not in mayo. She's not having that. I don't know. I don't know if you did it or not. Mayo is just gross. It is. It is not gross, dear. It is not. You must have had some really bad experience. Now, unless you had a bad pack of mayonnaise or something like that, I can get that. I can understand. But for me, I eat mayo on certain things, and having it on this corn is actually pretty good. Mm. Hmm. Portia, you gotta try it like this, dear. You don't have to put a lot of mayo, just maybe like a tablespoon. But with the lime, the salt, the pepper, the paprika, the chili powder, the cotija cheese, you got so many other flavors going on there that mayonnaise is kind of just making it a sauce, if you will. So it kind of like brings everything together, but it's not like you're eating a whole spoonful of mayonnaise. I don't know if that's what's in your mind, but they say, well, I use Best Foods. This is actually good. This kind of reminds me of what we used to have back in the day in our school lunches. I don't know. I'm just nostalgic like that. So I like that flavor. Hellman's is also a pretty good one. And everybody loves Duke's. You know, you try one of those, you might like it. Miracle Whip. Guys, do not do this with Miracle Whip. As tempting as it might be, flavor is just, it just hit different. If you want something authentic, you got to use mayonnaise. But this is really good, y'all. And I've had elote ice cream before, and this kind of reminds me of it. It's just a warm version, but it's mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's delicious. Mm. And I use fresh corn on the cob. I just boiled it till it was done, and then I cut all of the kernels off. Then I sauteed it with that butter and the lime and the salt and pepper. Man, I'm telling you, y'all know what y'all doing down there in Mexico, honey. I'm not complaining one bit. And Portia, when I see you, I can't stand mayonnaise. I'll just put it on the side for you, baby. Robert Henson, we had a bye week. I didn't even notice with the nonstop working. Hey, man, the bye weeks be going by fast. We're on a bye week this week. Just hoping AZ loses tomorrow so we can lock in the playoff spot. You know what? No. Just because you said you hope we lose. No. I hear that. We got about one day, and it was DC. Miracle Whip is gross too. She just. I'm trying to say that she is not having none of it. She is not having none of it. But Anchorage and Detroit, y'all, come on now. Come on now. Ain't no need of y'all wishing on nobody lose and nothing like that. Cause just because you number one, you get that number one playoff spot, you lose one game. It's over with anyway. So you're gonna get your losses. You better get them during the regular season. Because when it's when to go home, you're going to be fishing. But yeah, guys. Mexico City, Aztecs, this is for you. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I see one of my guests are in the back right now. I'm waiting for my second guest. So hopefully, in the time that it takes my song to play, he would have made it in. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Tastes so good. See y'all in a bit. All right. And we are back. Now, I am waiting for one more. We're waiting for Ethan Flowers, but I have my good friend, CJ Hagood, on time, ready, will and able. What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? How you been?
I'm good. I'm not surprised the opponent didn't show up.
Ooh.
I called him out, almost a week ago, told him I'd be here. He ain't even here, so what's going on?
Oh!
I'm not even in the league yet, and he's afraid to show up on me.
Oh. Damn.
What's going to happen? Is he going to miss game day when I'm finally in the SFL too?
Oh!
He's going to oversleep? Ain't no excuse for that. This has been a week ahead of time. He had plenty of time to get this set up. Ain't no excuses.
Robert Portia, where your boy at? Ethan's supposed to be right here. You won't let the rookie beat you? Come on, man. And he's spitting the facts too. Where's Ethan?
If that's your quarterback, then where's he at?
Oh.
Maybe you should have driven him here. It looks like he's scared right now.
So, whoa, easy now. That's my quarterback. Where is he? Oh, okay. He says
no difficulties here when you got the skill I do.
I ain't his daddy. Damn. Well, welcome back, man. Well, we're gonna give Ethan some time to get aboard. Hey, it was really good talking to you. You know,
absolutely.
A great conversation. You shared some things. Now, do you want me to share that with everybody? What you shared with me, or
I don't remember what are we talking about?
Your writing skills.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead. I'm proud of what I did.
Yeah. So maybe you can let everybody know where they can find it. But so after the
That's
show,
the hard part.
CJ was good enough to share some of his writing with me, his talent, his abilities to write. And when I tell you he is super talented, some of his items was featured in the Washington Post. Was it Washington Post?
It was.
Yes. And it was worthy of it too. So tell us a little bit more about that while we're waiting for Ethan to come.
So back many years ago, I found a game called Pigskin Empire. That I played for a while. I don't know if anybody here has heard of it. It's basically a football game where you could be a coach on a team. You do all, depending if you're pro in college, you can be, you can recruit college and all that. Like it's a really well done, football game. Years later, many years later, after I found I was on the website for a couple of years, one of the owners was mentioning starting up a satire website. And he was taking anybody who wanted to do it. And me, I've always been good at getting under people's skin without trying. So I was like, hey, let's do it. So my first one I came up with was that Tony Romo and Jason Witten article, and that was in 2014. That's really what got us started. We kind of started rough, getting literal handful of views every day. We would be lucky to break 10 to 20. I wrote that, and we broke 1 million in a week on my article alone. And basically took off from there. I wrote a couple that weren't, that were decent. That one got things started. I wrote another Tony Romo one. I believe him getting traded to the Texans. I forgot who I had him taking at that point. It was some, I think, D lineman or whatever. I wrote one about The Undertaker. The same weekend, The Ultimate Warrior died, for those of you wrestling fans. That got a lot of hate because, well, it's in bad taste, but it wouldn't be me if it was in good taste. I don't do good taste. And one of my final ones was I wrote about Jeff Gordon, the NASCAR driver, who I'm a huge fan of. There's a trend, if you notice my fandom of a lot of things. I write about things I like, but I write about them in satire ways and in ways that make me seem like a hater. I wrote about Jeff Gordon, and I got many death threats. And after that one, I had a writer from the Washington Post reach out to me and wanted to do an article on me. And I was all on board. I gave him half truth, a lot of half truth, half, in, I guess, character in a way. But yeah, I did it for, a few months. I was considering really getting further into it. I think I applied. God, I can't remember the website, honestly, anymore. But I think it was a more, serious writing at that point. But I'm blanking on what it was. This was 12 years ago. And he finally shows up.
Look who it is.
I made it.
Yes. Steve Robert, thank you for being here, dear. Appreciate you, man.
I had some technical difficulties.
Hey, no worries, man. But you made it. That's all that matters. How are you, Ethan?
I'm good.
That's good, man. That's good.
Except I'm echoing now. Hold on.
All right. Good night, Portia. See you later, baby. Yeah, your team was in here. They was, waiting for you and everything. But they did tell me that you were having some issues. So you all good, though.
Yeah.
Well, so
I didn't figure it out.
Indeed. So before I get to you, Ethan, back to you, CJ, with those death threats that you was getting. I know, right? He just walked in and what kind of mess is that? You know what I'm saying? We still got people in the building, though. So that's all that matters. So with those death threats, did you really think that people were going to actually come at you?
No. Or people are emotional. People are very easily hurt by words, and I was well aware of that. Even, in 2014, it was easy to, rile people up. I didn't take anything serious because, at the end of the day, I use my real name. Absolutely. I purposely use my real name, my government name, and I didn't care. Even in the article I showed you, I told him, I'm going to use my real name because if my writing catches an eye, why not? But no, me and the owner of the website, we were on Skype when Skype was still popular, and we were laughing about it, honestly. I didn't take it serious for a minute. The fact that I riled people up that much and got them that offended, it made me want to do it even more.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, you definitely are talented with your work, man. And I will share the links, like once the VOD comes up, I'll have the links to whichever one you prefer, or either all three, in the
You can do all
description,
three.
so people can go to and see kind of what got you in trouble. Okay, I'll do all three, no problem.
I own what I did. I loved what I did. I wouldn't take it back
Man.
for a day.
Talk to me.
And good. You know what? Hey, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You know, if you know that you was standing in your truth, then that's what it was, you know. And you're proud of it, they said, not true fans. It's all good, baby. It's all good. Ethan, man, so what's been new with you since the last time you were on? I think you wanted to be on the same team with your boy Parrish, CJ Parrish, so you can toss a ball to him and things like that. So how's everything?
We did get CJ. It's been great.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a great wide receiver room, and even though I'm going to give Robert his credit, I got a good tight end too.
So what's new with you?
Honestly, what's new with me? Not a whole lot. I mean, I'm still just me. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I mean, you go to the pros. There's like like when you're in the minors, you only have like a handful of teams. So like It's easy to learn all of these teams and all the players on these teams, because usually you don't have like every position filled. I mean, you have CPU players and all that kind of stuff, and then you go to the pros, and it's like you got however many. What is there? 26 teams.
Yeah, it's 21 teams.
21s, yeah. So you got all these teams and all these players, and you're competing. And like once you make it to pros, like you had your first like season or two where they classify you as like a rookie and everything's about you, and then you just kind of disappear into the void until you do something cool. And I mean, unless you become like the talk of the town over like a trade, or I guess in Detroit's case, be the number one team in the league. So,
well,
but we've been slept on for years. Okay, we've been slept on for years.
You know what? Sometimes it takes a new identity and a fresh look to change everything around.
I agree.
So, how have you noticed your players' decision making evolve from being a rookie into now, especially with the being under the tutelage of the coaches over in Detroit?
I mean, my time with the coaches in Detroit has been great. Like JW and Casper and all them. I mean, they're fantastic. Robert's great. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better coaching room for sure. Especially with the help of Johnny Kim. And I mean, we've come a long way. Don't get me wrong. Like and especially like Detroit, which was once Indy, they drafted me, and we had our growing pains for sure. I mean, you come in as a rookie quarterback, you suck. You really did. And but I mean, we've on paper, my player has gotten a lot better. And it's just like last season, we were really well known for the run. We had Andrew Gibson. He's still a dog. And like there was a lot of question on whether or not we could throw the ball. And when we started the season, we were running all over people, and they're like, okay, Detroit's just going to be a run team. And now we're progressing towards the second half of the season, and now they're like, okay, well, they pass more now than they run. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. Because not last game, but the game before last, I threw 6 interceptions. The last game, I threw 2. But, I mean, I threw 6 interceptions in that game, and we barely lost. So, I mean, it is what it is.
That's a question I kind of have for everybody in the room. So, does it bother you? Would you rather take the interception, or a sack? I mean, you obviously you'd want your O-line to give you the time to be able to deliver, but these defensive players are getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So they will penetrate, they will cause problems out in the backfield. So, would you rather have that interception, or would you rather have the sack? Take the sack, CJ.
I'd rather take the sack.
I'd much rather take the sack. I mean, a pick is a turnover. A sack, I mean, you're just getting a sack. If you get sacked on first down, even if it's first and 30, you still have 2 plays to be able to get them 30 yards. And, most good quarterbacks should be able to make those throws. And if you have a good receiving group, shouldn't be too much of a complication. But, I mean, it still gives you an opportunity where if you throw a pick, it's over. Drive's done, and you're going to give your opponent 3 points because of it.
Okay. Ethan?
Yeah, I'll take the sack. Yeah. I mean, the sack, you still keep the ball even if it's on third down. I mean, at least you're punting it away and you're not giving up a pick six or something like that. I mean, I'm the interception king here, so ask me.
Hey, man, it happens, bro. My sophomore, junior season in the league, man, like your freshman season, your rookie season, like you throwing all day, seem like everybody's connecting, everybody's catching it where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have those seasons where it just don't go right. It seems like all the defenders are everywhere you want to throw,
Like
and
right now, I feel like there's one game where our passing game is going to be really, really good, or it's not, and there's nowhere in between.
So even with the interceptions, right? You're throwing the ball all the way downfield. So you're essentially it's farther away from the other goalpost. But I feel like if you take a sack, let's just say you decided that you wanted to kind of run backwards a little bit, and all of a sudden you get tackled back there. That's a lot of yards lost versus you throwing it forward and they have to run past you. Because if you have an interception and I threw the ball and I see you coming at me, I'm gonna try my best to knock your head off, just because you took the ball from me.
Okay, but hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out.
Okay.
I would be willing to say that probably over 80% of interceptions thrown are within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. So you give up a sack for 10 yards and you throw an interception for 10 yards. Either way, like if you give up the sack, you can punt the ball 30 or 40 yards down the field and give it to them, or you can give it to them right there. You pick, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious.
I mean, in my opinion, most interceptions that I've thrown have been in between like that 5 to 15 yard mark.
That red zone, yeah. Let me see something. What is important to you guys? What is the most important thing for you when it comes to stats? Your completion percentage, touchdowns, or is it something fans don't usually talk about, like maybe your third down conversion efficiency? Is there particular stats that you find particularly that is important to you, and it's must-haves as a quarterback?
Wins.
Yeah.
I don't care if I got more picks than interceptions. I got no yards. If we're winning, I'm a quarterback. That's all that matters.
You got a point.
Yeah.
If I lead the league in every good metric, but we don't have a winning record, not making playoffs, there's no point. I want the trophy, I want the gold, I want all the hardware.
Okay. Ethan, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with CJ. Whatever gets the win, it doesn't matter. I mean, I could care less about the stats. I mean, one personal stat that I'm working on right now is to not throw so many interceptions. Yeah. But beggars can't be choosers here. But yeah, I mean, I would rather, don't get me wrong, for my receivers to have a good game, I have to have a good game.
Yep.
And I want them to have a good game. I want CJ to have 5 touchdowns in one game. I want Rob Hunt to have 5 touchdowns in a game. but I also want Andrew Gibson and Rashawn Williams to have 5 touchdowns in a game. You know what I mean? But I can't. I want Henson to have 250 receiving yards, but if he has that much, then I have to have that much. So like your receiving core. I mean, and that's just even in real life. That's the push pull on run game versus pass game. You want everybody to have a good game. I want JW and Cherry and all them to get as many sacks as they can get and interceptions and all that kind of stuff. But then again, I also don't want them on the field very long. You want the offense on the field as much as possible. So I guess it all comes down to opportunities. I guess like executing on the opportunities that you do have. Because, I mean, you might go out on offense and have the ball for less than 30 seconds of possession time, and you might score, you might not, or whatever. That's 30 seconds for somebody to make a play. Just like on defense. I mean, on defense, they could get the ball at the 5-yard line and march all the way down and take up 8 minutes of game time.
DJ Kilgan in the building. If this isn't my favorite quarterback, how you doing, AJ? What's going on, the DJ? We got Ryan in the building. My philosophy: can't throw that many picks if you just hand it off to the halfback. And so, and that's the thing, right? Because you do want everybody to eat. You do want everybody to, to be effective. But you also want to win. It's hard. Like, what do you think that your quarterback identity is? Like, for me, I would say, my build was based on Cam Newton and oh man,
Michael Vick,
Peyton Manning.
Oh.
Right. However, I want to be a dual threat quarterback. I want to be someone that can run the ball if necessary. I'd rather pass, and of course, I know Eddie would rather me just stay in the pocket and just pass because it's safer. But if I had my way in actually being able to create her in a way that I want to, of course, you have limitations with the game, right? But I would love to be a dual quarterback. So you just don't know what to prepare for,
Right.
So what would you consider your quarterback identity? Now, CJ, we kind of talked about this last week, and I know you're the pocket passer. You just want to stay there, throw all day, arm all day.
For the most part, yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with the limitations of the game as a whole. If we're going to pull back the curtains a little bit, if I stay true to my build that's in Madden 13, CJ Hagood's a very slow guy with, an absolute cannon for an arm who works on his accuracy. I would say I'm actually pretty true to that outside of the speed, a little bit faster than that. I wanted to get to, in the off season, things in the SFL and were a little bit expensive, and I didn't make money at the time. So a lot of it was me, what can I improve right now that'll make me a better player? And seeing how many people graduated into the SFL or went to the draft free agency, I figured, speed might not be a bad idea. As long as I'm fast enough that I'm not going to try to run all the time, I was happy with it. So far, I'm actually loving what's going on. I'm more disciplined with the passing and seeing how things have, switched up with how, passes are going with him right now. Last season, even in, those for the first game, with the 3 picks, it seemed like a very quick drop back with very precise passes. And I'm not seeing a lot of that this year. A lot of it's, playing real, just, true quarterback and being more of a gunslinger. I enjoyed the play last year, the more methodical, even if it was a little bit risky. But I felt like that definitely was a better long-term play style than what I'm currently seeing with my guy. But what are you going to do? I'm working on getting the, I think I forgot what they said, the 3 C's up. The the read coverage, the composure, and the consistency, and I'm working on them every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a word of advice for CJ here is the attributes. You know, like you started by saying that you want to have a cannon for an arm and all this and that, but like, and I thought the same way when I was in the minors. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be on paper, I'll be the best quarterback there can be. But like, if you go and look at all of the pro and even like the top pro QBs, like we're all sitting at about that same mark on like pass read coverage, pass accuracy, pass strength. So like it was a big learning curve for me. Like you can't be too overpowered and you can't be too underpowered. You got to be right there in that sweet spot. But like the main thing for a quarterback, and I worked on like strictly passing attributes when I was coming into the pros, and like but the main thing that I should have focused on in the minors was composure and leadership. Leadership is probably the biggest thing for a quarterback in the league. And I didn't, I thought having decent leadership was great. Yeah, no big deal. But no, it's like number one. Composure is number two. It don't matter. Anybody can throw the ball. But like having those is what sets everything else up. If you don't have that, none of the other attributes are going to work. So, and that also, I mean, you talk to coaches and things like that. They move things around and attributes around and be like, okay, it works if we do this, if we tweak this, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure Ashley gets the same thing. Her and Eddie, they get together and they're like, okay, we need to do this. We need to do this. There's a lot to tweak with attributes to make the game, I guess you could say, move differently.
And that's definitely what I noticed. I even prompted my coaches about it a couple days ago. I was curious to see what the builds were looking like in the SFL because, I'm obviously going to be there eventually. So I noticed that a lot of people cap their, especially their power or their strength and their accuracy around that 90 mark. Within a couple points of the 90 mark for pretty much everything. I'd say it was an interesting way of seeing how this works. I'm not too familiar. I'm maybe remotely familiar with the ESPN 2K. I played a little bit of 2K5 and hated the gameplay. So this is a whole new monster for me compared to dealing with NCAAs over my lifetime. So it's definitely a interesting learning curve that I'm dealing with, but it's a welcome one. Because before it was basically just improve your throw power, improve your strength. That's how you improve your your range. It was pretty all self-explanatory. Where this seems to be more thought out, even if it's not perfect. Feel like I was told that if your throw power is too high, you'll overthrow more often, which I'm not really a fan of. But I haven't really seen it in practice. I kind of want to maybe play with the actual sim a little bit better, a little bit more. I haven't done it in a while. Just really test out, where things kind of that fine-tuning mark is of, how high can I go with something before it's actually hurting me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's good that you're asking people and talking about it now before you get to the pros because I never really understood any of that until I got to the pros. It was like when I got to Indianapolis, it was like 2 seasons of just learning. And we weren't even worried about winning. We were just worried about playing as a whole and figuring it out because we knew in 2, 3, 4 seasons down the road that my build was going to be where it needed to be, which is where we are now. And and this was enough time. It was a well thought. I'm not gonna lie. I got to give credit to JW and Cherry and all them. This was a well thought out deal. Like they drafted me and basically had the learning curve for me and the progressions or whatever, but they knew we had 2 to 3 seasons of okay, we'll build around Ethan and he'll become this, this, and this in however many seasons from now. And by then, we will have the other players and everything else that we will need to succeed, and which is where we are now.
And you can't argue with the results of that,
I mean, they were playing the long game, and they played it well.
And that's why you have the results that you have. It is vital that when you are in your rookie stage to know what to spend your attributes on. Know what to spend your points on, because it's going to be far and few between when you get to the majors on the things that you will need to progress, and it's usually based on, hey, if everybody has leadership, then of course the leadership is going to be the most expensive thing that you can purchase. I will agree with you on leadership. Now it's funny because my player came from 2K8, so still had those same attributes that when you're coming from a different game onto another game, it doesn't necessarily equate, right? So when you were talking about certain things equal certain attributes, like in 2K8, you'd be able to put on certain attributes and certain caps, so to automatically make your player better. So what was it?
Right.
Like for some defensive player, footsteps, things of that nature, you can just add that. But now you have to kind of play with your attributes to equate what you're trying to do. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So as a player, if you wanted to have footsteps, you'd have to adjust your attributes in such a way so that would automatically be a thing for you. And It's about trying to figure out how to play with your own attributes to get the results that your team needs. Because what I do for my player may be different from what you do for your player and your team, because your team is built differently. And I think that's kind of where some coaches kind of go wrong, because if you see one team is successful doing this, they may have something going on there that you don't know, but you're trying to emulate that and it's not working out for you. That's why, But I agree. Leadership, consistency is important. I was working on the pass accuracy. I was making sure, the read coverage was there, So those were some of my key focuses that I focused on when I first started. So that's why it's pretty much like 90 right now. But there are other attributes that I need to get up there too. And then maybe 90 is too high. So it is about your coach really having an understanding of the game and how your player works and how it works in the grand scheme of things to be able to be successful. And I will tell you what, Detroit, y'all been doing your thing. I'm happy to see that it's turned around from what it used to be. I always had a soft spot in my heart for teams that was just you trying, but it just wasn't working out. Indy was one of those teams that was trying, but it just wasn't working out.
Yep.
Queen City tried, just didn't work out. But you had to assume a new identity in order to be better. So congratulations, kudos. I'm looking at your thing, and you said CJ who? I'm looking at your. I just noticed that. So you trying to start some shit right now, either? Are you? What's going on?
He started it last week. Okay, I'm just, this dude talking about gonna be the next great thing in the league. I'm like, bro, you're still in the minors.
For now, that's why I said I'm not coming out till I know I'm ready. Two full seasons here, and I'm gonna be exactly where I need to be.
Yeah,
I'm ready to come and be the number one guy.
You might be on like a pro roster, yeah. But you can usually ask any pro QB in the league. The first 2 seasons of pros, your ass.
We'll see. Hey, just because everybody else is don't mean I'm gonna be.
Oh, see, I knew he was gonna say that. I knew that was going to be what he said.
Yeah, this is why I pay attention to what I'm doing. You asking coaches, what can I get better on? Learn a lot of what's going on. What can I improve on? Mentally, physically. Any given week, and that's what I'm working on. Going a little bit stir crazy with the bye week this week, which is miserable. I hate it. But working on a little bit of everything. Especially getting the mentals. I feel like my read coverage has gone up significantly. This past weekend, and a little bit of composure. So I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. I'm pretty good where I'm at right now. I think I'm like one 3-piece away from upgrading my strength and my accuracy to 80. But right now I'm really trying to get all those important mentors that are gonna hopefully stop the interceptions. That's my first goal. I threw 2 picks last week. Thankfully, we won. I think I've thrown at least 1 pick every game so far this season, and I'm trying to stop that.
I don't think the interceptions will ever go away, dude. The cornerbacks and the safeties in this league are ridiculous.
And that's what I'm looking forward to. And DJ Kilgannon, I have a bone to pick with you, by the way. I believe that man. If I'm thinking the right guy, that man wanted to do an interview with me long before the season started. My DMs have been empty since. Just putting that out there.
Oh. Damn, DJ, you go?
He did.
No, I'm sure he gonna have a retort for that.
I mean, we have been talking recently about something unrelated. Maybe getting up in the broadcast booth for a game. Maybe 2, depending on how that goes. But the interview, I'm really gone. Didn't mention it.
You should. Oh, damn. The DJ, well, apparently DJ likes to ghost people. DJ ghosts me all the time, dude. So, dang, man. Come on,
good to know, man. It ain't just me.
Uh-oh. Here he is. Yeah, I got to ghost everyone. It's kind of something you got to get used to. Okay. Hey.
I don't think that's how that works.
Don't ghost us. Look. But what kind of... So being a leader is important. And when you are a quarterback, obviously you are the leader of your offense. So what type of leader do you want to be remembered for? Like if you decide that you wanted to retire your quarterback, you've done your 10 years in the league, 20 seasons or whatnot. What type of quarterback or what type of leadership mentality do you want to be remembered for?
I want the people that I play with to have nothing but positive to say about me. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you can be the best quarterback in the world. If you're a douchebag, nobody's going to want to work with you again. I every weekend, every Friday, or every Saturday, when that time to boost comes up, I'm the first one like, hey, guys, make sure to get your boosted for the week. So for me, I want to keep everything engaged, keep people talking. Let's have a fun time with this. Let's enjoy beating up other teams. Mm-hmm. So for me, that's where a lot of it comes from. If you give people something to actually communicate, that's how you keep people active. This could things like this can get boring. Just having something to do on a weekend. So I think keeping a lot of that is important and a pretty underrated part of the game.
Okay. Ethan, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with CJ. Just being a good person overall in the league that you don't have to get onto all the time, and I being a good person in your locker room, keeping things interesting. Like a few seasons ago, I guess really this season was like the first season that like I haven't really been that active in the locker room, just because of life. I mean, I have had everything going on. And I just don't I don't have the time. Like when I first came to Indy, like I really wanted to learn how to coach and run the emulator and all that kind of stuff and do all of that. But like real life gets in the way type of thing. And but yeah, I mean, as far as like a leader, I think anybody can be a leader, just being the quarterback, technically you're the leader of the offense and all this kind of stuff. But like, as far as, I mean, because like the quarterback in the game is it's just a video game, but the person in the Discord chat that's all real life. Anybody can be a leader in there. But I mean, our Discord, it stays busy all the time. And, I guess like just making sure you mingle well with everybody. Don't be a jerk just like CJ said, don't be a jerk. Don't be a pain for everybody. Don't get frustrated, because I'm telling you, there will never be. It's not always going to go your way. That's just like the 2 weeks ago when I threw six interceptions. We didn't have one sim that had over 1, and then of course we played the real deal game, and here we are. So, and that's nobody's fault. That's nobody's fault. That's not the coach's fault. That's nobody's fault. That's just part of it. And that's another thing. I came to talk shit, but I'm actually giving you good words of advice here, okay? Like, your first year or two in the pros, just take everything with a grain of salt, bro. I'm telling you, because it's going to be rough. Let me tell you. Like, you're going to be good, and then you're going to suck. And then you're going to be good, and then you're going to suck. And that's just part of it. I mean, there is no way around it. You can't fix it. It's just part of it. And
that's what I'm dealing with right now. I mean, it's rough. We've only got 4 people on the team. We just lost our tight end inactivity. So I've got 1 guy on offense. I got a linebacker in the corner on defense, and that's it. And then you're going up against teams that, they might have a corner. They might have a lot, who knows what they have. It's really bare bones right now in the SFL. And, thankfully, I've been talking to the commissioner about, how can we get more people here? But until that point, you can only deal with what you can. Yeah. Sometimes you just get lucky because technically my first, but I played 2 games last season, which didn't count towards eligibility.
I got
so 1.5, I guess.
I've
been here since October.
My first SFLM season ever, I was a wide receiver, and then at Lexington, and then he. So it was like the wide receiver race between me, CJ Parrish, and Alex West. And boy, let me tell you, the Discord chat hated to see us coming. Let me tell you. And I look back on those times, I'm like, man, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Like, now, we've all grown up into the league, and nobody cares. You know what I mean? Like, when we were in minors coming up and about to be drafted, everybody was like, oh, look at these 3, And then, of course, so Alex and CJ stayed receivers, and our quarterback left, and they didn't have nobody to replace him. So I was like, I'll go be a quarterback. Terrible idea, by the way. But it's been good. I mean, you got your ups and downs, but like, if you really care about the league and you pay attention to the league and you're involved in the league, like, being a quarterback, I'm telling you, it ain't for the weak.
No.
Because you feel like everything is your fault if it doesn't go right.
And a lot of the team, I'm right there with you on that. Every time I see a bad throw or an incompletion, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I know you're better than that.
Yep.
Like, every time you throw a pick, you're like, what are you looking at? Like, I threw 2 picks, and then 2 picks. I'm like, dude, you just threw in double coverage, and there was no receiver there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm definitely there. I hate it. It's infuriating just to know, like, that's not what should happen. That's what should happen.
This is about to be my first time going to the playoffs. So, like, I'm already nervous about it, because I'm like, bro, I'm still throwing in the triple coverage. And I'm supposed to lead a team to the championship? Me? No.
You will.
But I mean,
So, and that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why I asked that question, because, like you were saying, and I think we all have had those games where, if you are really invested in your team, you invested and you really care, you do feel like it's your fault, and you do have to have strong shoulders and a strong neck to be able to hold up your head, because sometimes it just does not go your way, and you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? So if you live by the pass, you can easily die by the pass if teams are smart enough and they caught up on it. But I think it's about having definitely a team first mentality, but I think you also have to make sure that you're able to have a cool head despite what's going on, despite how you really feel. Sometimes you can get so engulfed in what's going on that you may say some things, you may start snapping or something like that, and that's kind of like, I used to be like that when I was a rookie, like just be mad at everything. And then you have to be like, you know what, let me just calm down, because it's just a video game that we're not controlling. Like if we had the sticks, if we really was out there doing it, it might be a whole different, I'm sure it'd be a whole different outcome for some of us. But like you have to have that mentality, like where, all right, we did good, cool, we're gonna celebrate tonight and then back to 0-0 tomorrow. We lost, that sucks. We're gonna let it burn tonight and keep it moving. You have to have that mentality. You have to have a short memory. You have to be able to put your own feelings aside and be able to cheer up the team, even though you feel shitty. You feel like, I know damn well I should not have been throwing in the red zone when it's 5 yards left, 3rd and long, and you throw? What? Why? Certain things you just can't control. But as long as you can have that and then be able to have that, like, not necessarily cheerleader mentality, kind of, but you want to make sure that you keep the team's spirit and morale up as much as you can. And if you're not cut like that, it ain't gonna work.
That's been a big thing for us this season, was like, which I'm not involved in the coaching and all that kind of stuff, but like
Manny,
like this season in general, mainly, like after the game, if it goes bad or goes good, whatever, we'll sit there and talk about it for a minute, whatever. But like, let's say the deadline to turn the playbook in, let's say we got Arizona this week and Birmingham the next week. As soon as the playbook for Arizona is sent off, there is no more talks at all about Arizona. It's Birmingham. Because once you press send on that playbook, you have no control. That's it.
That's it.
So you might as well move on to next week. And we have, and JW and Ellie and all of them, they've been really good about that this season. Like, whatever happens, happens. Like we weren't supposed to lose by 50,000 to Miami, but we did. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Like how we lose to y'all and then y'all go right over there and get your ass whooped by Miami? What kind of shit? I was like, what?
And then go put the whooping on Houston. Come on now, what are we doing?
Where they do that at? But you know what?
You can't control it.
You can't. Any given sim day, you can have a great sim. You can win all your games all season. We have teams that win all their games all season, get to the damn championship and lose, just like the Patriots did. It's a heartbreaking thing, but you can't call it, And I think what some people get so upset about, and it's like since I've been in the league and I kind of saw how everybody's progression, and then I ask questions and I just care about people and I'm asking like, what's going on, why you feel this way, and most of them are upset that they can't control what's happening. But we signed up to be a part of a controllerless league. It says it in the name. We knew that when we came in the door. So it was like, we can do all we can, and that's it. Just have fun with it, Because
that's been a big thing, like especially with me throwing the interceptions. Like I know for one, JW and Casper, it's been eating them up. Like they can't. Like they have been trying to fix it, and then it worked. And in Sims, it's great. And then we'll have 5-6 Sims in a row where I don't throw any interceptions, and I'll throw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, and 2 of them are rushing. You know what I mean? So like everything works out, and then the Sim is just falls apart. There's nothing to it. And JW, he likes to beat himself up over it, and I'm like, dude, y'all are good coaches. You're not bothering me. I understand. You're doing your job, and you're doing it good. We're 8-2 right now. We are fine.
Yeah. You where most teams want to be. So, But again, that's a sign that you care. That's a sign that even though, yes, you are 8-2, you see the problems and you see where things could be an issue, and you want to be able to rectify that, not necessarily like dwell in the fact that, we're a winning team, That's what good coaches do. You celebrate it, but then you keep moving. So that's a good thing.
Right.
So both of you, well, you wouldn't be able to really answer this, CJ, but you can tell us kind of what it's like for you in the minors. But were you having more fun when you were a quarterback in the minors, or now that you've gotten into the majors, Ethan?
I feel like as a person, you felt, I guess it was more fun in the minors because of, I guess, the lack of like real life players. So like you're usually the talk of the whole thing, right? Like right now, CJ's the talk of the SFLM. It's just like I was when I was in his shoes, you know what I mean? And then when you get to the pros, you get thrown in. I mean, yeah, like your first season or two, you're classified as a rookie. So, yeah, everything's about you. And then after that, nobody cares unless, I mean, we're 8-2 right now. And I still I don't see or hear my name very much. You know what I mean? So, like, and not that I care about that. I'm just saying, like, it's not, you're not getting as much recognition, I guess. Nobody really I wouldn't say nobody really cares, but like in the pros, it's just do your job and that's it. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still fun in the pros. Don't get me wrong, like the locker room. Like I get really and truly, the game doesn't matter. It's fun to win. Don't get me wrong, but like our locker room right now at 8-2 was just the same as when we were 4-8. You know what I mean? Like it's nobody cares. Everybody's here to just have fun. You're with your friends. You're talking. Everybody's a big family. Blah blah blah. No, that's what the league is about, in my personal opinion. Like the games are cool. It's cool to win. You get bragging rights. Blah blah blah. No big deal. But I think it really comes down to the locker room, how active the locker room is, how fun the locker room is, because that's where you're going to do most of it. I couldn't even tell you last time I've typed anything in the actual SFL server. I mean, I just don't go on there very often.
Is there a reason?
To be honest, I don't really talk that much in our server anymore. Which I'm hoping life will settle down a little bit, as Delhi. Anyway, I'm hoping life settles down a little bit so I can have some more time to do that. And but no, I mean, there's no real reason. I love the SFL. I keep saying SFLM, but which, by the way, I personally think that everybody should have access to the SFLM Gen Chat. Okay, because that was where I did. Yeah, that was my glory days. Okay,
maybe at least the coaches. This way they can at least see who's active.
Me, CJ, and Alex ran the SFLM chat for years, okay? And then they just stripped it away.
They wanted a higher class of people, and that's why they got me.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
You knew it was coming. I knew.
I've been quiet too long.
Wait until Alex.
And I've been sitting here reading the chat, and Maddie, I hope you tear an ACL on a long kick and miss.
He's referring to this.
I want to play your team in the playoffs. I want you to doink it. I want you to triple doink it. I don't even know if that's possible in the game. Triple doink it, tear an ACL on the miss, and then watch me just knee the ball staring right at you.
He's like, I hope you get Tommy John.
Is that?
I learned how to throw lefty, whatever, righty. Got to do what you got to do. The first ambidextrous quarterback.
That should be the case. I really wish that we could interchange it, but I actually asked Cam about that because in real life, I'm actually left-handed. But in the game, I'm right-handed because most people are right-handed, right? So when I asked, yo, can I just go ahead and be a left-handed quarterback, kind of like even Eden Levis, right? And Jack Wigmore, they said I'm about to start all over again. I would have to retire. Yeah, Jack Wigmore is lefty.
Is Wigmore still in the league?
Yeah, I think he's playing for. What was your city?
No,
I'm a lefty too, for the most part, a little bit.
So is your quarterback lefty?
He is. CJ Hagood is an actual lefty in Madden. I write left-handed. I eat left-handed. I'm very ambidextrous though. Like I throw right-handed, so like a baseball glove's on my left hand. Like I would kick a kickball righty or a football righty. I eat lefty. Like I'm very switch it up depending on what it is. But I write left-handed. So I guess
crazy.
That's the predominant hand.
That's crazy.
Like my right is definitely my more dominant hand, I guess.
Right.
But like I'm technically a lefty.
I used to get whippings. I used to get beat when I used my left hand when I was young, when I was a little girl. Like the left hand was the first hand that I grabbed the pen with. So I would be in at home doing my homework. My mom see me, clap. No, use your right hand. So I'm dominant, but like I can't drive with my right hand. I have to drive with my left hand. It's so weird.
I can go either way with that.
Yeah, I mean I can go either way, but I'm
weird.
always lefty.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going over the line if I'm using my right hand, but if I'm using my left, it's kind of like a gauge for me to be like, all right. So, I don't know. It's just weird.
I think it's just because you drive like a pimp. You know, you're leaning back, got the seat back.
No, I'm 5'2". Ain't no seat nowhere back. I'm I'm on the damn steering wheel, looking over. The only time I'm doing that is when I'm backing up though. Like when I back into the parking spots. Yeah, I'm slide right in.
Got 50 going and boys in the hood.
Something like that. Deli. I'm right-handed, but when I had shoulder surgery from a motorcycle accident, boy, was doing things a lefty is struggle. Yeah. If you didn't practice it, it can be. But so gentlemen, who did you model your players after? Now I said mine was kind of modeled off the Peyton Manning and Cam Newton. But who would you say your quarterbacks are modeled after, if anyone?
CJ can go.
So, as I mentioned when we talked last time, CJ Hagood is an actual draft player from Madden 13 when they had all 30 classes pre-generated. CJ Hagood was very much a pocket passer. I think he came in like 56 speed, 98 throw power, and just basically needed like the accuracy and awareness. And me and a friend of mine played Madden 13 religiously, got all 30 years almost twice. So I'm basically trying to build CJ to what he was for me, man. I want him to be that gunslinger. And basically he seems to be doing a pretty good job of it right now. He does my play style well. I'm very prone to picks when I play. So he's pretty much playing exactly how I would, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Drew Brees.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm a diehard Saints fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I cried when Drew Brees retired. Okay, I'm a grown ass man. I teared up.
Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
It was rough.
Well, you understand I'm a Falcons and a Bears fan, so.
Sorry to hear that.
Not for dirty birds. Gross. God.
Can't do
the only player.
Why would you?
The only player that I really, really liked from the Saints, Reggie Bush. Oh yeah. Man, he was fine.
I mean, who didn't like Reggie Bush?
He was fine. But his playing ability, man, I'm telling you, he took one hit.
Reggie Bush.
He took one hit, and I want to say it was in a playoff game
Yeah, screen pass.
Oh, and like you heard it like radiated in the whole stadium. Like you just heard that, and he was just on the ground.
Smoke.
Oh, you talking about the Eagles hit from Sheldon Brown?
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I live in New Jersey, so I'm well familiar with the Eagles and all that good stuff. I've never been a Reggie Bush fan, being a Texas Longhorn fan. So I liked Vince Young, given I was still new to Texas around at that point. But seeing that was the first time I really paid attention to the draft. So knowing Texas beat USC and Reggie Bush was the talk.
Do I want Jameis back? Yeah, 100%. I don't want him to start. But Jameis is the funniest player in NFL history.
Yes. And he got a bad rap up with them crab legs, man. That's ridiculous.
But to have him back in a locker room.
I mean, wasn't there something about him in an Uber, though, too?
I didn't hear that.
So, I'm thinking it might have been Jameis. I thought there was something inappropriate with an Uber driver, something along those lines. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I thought there was something.
No, that's Justin Tucker, right?
Justin Tucker was something similar.
Oh, with the massage place. Yeah.
That was Robert Kraft. That might have been. That was also Deshaun Watson. It might have also been Tucker, Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
But no, I think Jameis was a dude who got caught up in doing something inappropriate with an Uber. Something inappropriate. That's as far as I'm remembering.
I've never heard of that.
Well, I guess when you got that money, you feel like you can do anything, and you do.
Well, I mean, if you're living in a city that you're playing for, I mean, realistically, if law enforcement or the DAs or whoever really does the important job of the paperwork and whatnot, they're not going to want to hurt their team.
That's what happens. Money will get you. That's like Rashawn Williams. We'll give the man $9 million, and he just goes off the walls. I'm just kidding. Rashawn's awesome.
Even you do know that they're all going to end up spending the money, losing it anyway, and they become completely irrelevant. So at least I guess there's an eventual positive to it all, because people who usually cause a lot of issues off the field, they don't have that money very long.
It's a JD5.
I thank you, Maddie.
Nobody wanted you here anyway.
I appreciate you, baby. I'll see you soon, Lovey. That's Maddie. I love Maddie. JD5 all the way.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, trash.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh, it's because he's a Cowboys fan, same division. I get it. I get it. But I'm a diehard LSU fan, so me and JD5 go way back.
Man. But gentlemen, we are an hour and
18 minutes, 14.
Says the Dak lover.
Hey, to be fair, I'm not a Dak lover. I appreciate that he's good, but I would not have paid him the money he wanted. I would have traded him. I'm not one of those people. I don't even know what he's making.
Is he though?
Overpaid? Absolutely. Everybody in the NFL is overpaid these days. These guys don't deserve $40 million a year. If you only have a better quarterback than Peyton Manning, you shouldn't be making more money than he did. That's how I look at it. I don't care if the economy's changing. If you're not better than these guys in the past, you should make more money though.
Inflation.
Yeah, I mean, even without it, they don't need it though.
Yeah, they all drive Teslas anyway. So I mean,
yeah, they blow it all on garbage.
I wouldn't. I would never drive a Tesla. I wouldn't drive it just because. Well, besides all the extra stuff, the fact is, people burning up in their Teslas. They can't get out of their Teslas. If you don't charge that bad boy, you ain't gonna get out. I'm not doing that. There was somebody that got caught in a Tesla out here in Arizona. He had to get rescued out of his Tesla because the button that I guess is like an emergency release button for your door or something. Of course, I don't have one. I don't know. I've never rode in one. Never going to. And it wasn't working. He in there burning up. He ain't got no AC. Ain't nothing going on. They had to call the fire department, everything to go get that man out of his car. Can't do it.
I'm sure there's a lot more to it though than that.
I hope so.
how many people realistically know how much maintenance you need on a car? Realistically, an electric car, I'm sure, needs a lot more maintenance than a typical standard car. I'm not a car guy, but even I know, there's certain things you need to get done that most people are probably too stupid to do. I'd never get an electric car because just the amount of time they take to charge and how the lack of ease, convenience, and having to pay for it. I'll stick with my gas guzzler all day. And what Wolf Lord said is absolutely right. There was a time where players would take a pay cut to, keep the team together. When's the last time you've heard a guy take a pay cut in the NFL? Or in any sport for that matter, to keep somebody? Yeah. If it happens, you don't hear about it, but it's not often. Exactly, and that's the problem. Everybody wants to set the market, and if the NFL and the owners actually had any kind of, balls, I guess you should say, they'd be like, yeah, we're not paying you. I'll trade you instead. If I'm a GM, I'm trading everybody who wants to pay them. Like, if I'm drafting you, I'm telling you, like, I'm not paying you top dollar. Like, we're building a team here. We're building something special here. Is that what you want to be a part of, or do you want to go just make money?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, they'll draft these rookies in the first round, and then they sign them to a stupid contract. I'm like, you ain't even seen the dude play yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just because he was good at freaking Texas Christian University doesn't mean he's gonna be good on the Steelers. You know what I mean?
I guess that's the problem. I don't know. I get it. I mean, thankfully they're not making ridiculous money like they used to, but I think they might be making more now. I could be wrong. I don't know. They were making good money though when they were first drafted originally before the whole new CBA kicked in. I think it's more the second contracts that are the problem. There's no reason even an average Joe quarterback that's considered a starter should be making the most money in his position just because he's due. If you're not a top 3 quarterback, you shouldn't be making top 3 money.
Look at what's his name, Kirk Cousins. That's ass, but making bank.
That man has the greatest agent of all time. But he's a good point. Like it's ridiculous.
Hey.
Oh, the whole new college thing, especially with people not wanting to go. Like, I'm curious to see where NFL teams are going to go. Like, look at this whole Trinidad Chambliss thing. Like, my first thing as a GM, I'm like, why were you so afraid to go to the NFL? Like, why should I put you on my draft board now if you're too afraid to come here and compete? Because obviously he doesn't think he's good enough. I also would have taken Cam Ward off my board immediately after he gave up on his team in his bowl game.
Yep.
Like, I don't believe you don't give up on your team at halftime. I don't care if it's your last game. You either don't play at all or you play the whole thing.
That's like
I watched that game.
Shamar Stewart, he gets drafted by the Bengals, and he was like, I don't want to play for the Bengals, so I'm going back to college. I can make money.
I feel that.
I'm like, no, I don't. No. You either declare for the draft and you go play professional football, or you go back to college. You shouldn't be able to get drafted and be like, I'm out.
I don't think you can do that in the NFL, though, can you? I think once you get to a certain process, you can't. It's not like the NBA, where if you're not drafted, you can go back. I think if you get drafted, did he? Because I know there was talk of Shedeur Sanders doing it, but I think there was a lot of things about it. I think if you don't have an agent and you get drafted, I don't know. There was something about it, but they're really strict about who can and can't go, or who, I guess, when you can't go back.
I don't get the Shedeur thing. I hope he has great success, but like they retired his number at Colorado. I was like, dude,
I hope he fails miserably.
You had a losing record.
dude was 13-12, I think he was, and his numbers retired. Cool, we know your daddy pushed for it. The only reason people know him is because of his ego. He's got his daddy's ego and none of his daddy's skill.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you wouldn't have been drafted if your name wasn't Sanders. It's the only reason you're on a team. Otherwise, you'd just be some loudmouth who, barely went 500 in college football and didn't win it. Couldn't win in the Big 12, which is borderline, a G5 school.
Ashley, we could do this all night, so you better change the subject.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn. And you know what? Honestly, I really don't mind, but I got to get the children ready for school tomorrow. I really don't mind because, I've had shows that were literally 5 hours long that we just sat there and just talked about anything that came to mind. And it's good because, again, this kind of shows the community, right? We're here for a game. We're here to play SFL. We're here to be a part of it, hear our name calls and all that jazz. But when you can actually sit back and actually have a good conversation, with people that are not even around you, not even in the same state, sometimes not even the same country, I think that's special. That's why I wasn't too quick to kind of cut it off, because I was actually enjoying it, and I can tell even the chat was enjoying it too, and interjecting their thoughts. But I guess we could, because we are at about an hour and 30 minutes, so we can do our final words of wisdom or your final thoughts about your season, well, whatever you want to talk about right now. I'm going to start off with you first, CJ. The floor is yours. What are some of your parting words that you want to give to SFL or just in general?
I think I said a lot of what I needed to say last week.
You did.
I'm doing 2 seasons here, this year, next year. I'm ready with that number 1 pick. I'm going number 1. I'm here to, learn how to coach. I'm, going to try to talk to DJ, maybe get in the commentary booth before the end of the season, see what we can, work there together. But I'm here to stay. I'm here to have some fun.
All right, then.
But I'm also here to win.
Have fun, win. You going number 1. Now, you do realize that when you declare, I'm going to be watching that draft very closely.
As will I.
And if I don't see you go number 1, I'm gonna have to have you back on here. We're gonna have to explain. You're gonna have to explain what happened.
Go ahead and schedule the show.
Oh, you might. Yeah, you can have that scheduled ahead of time, because there will be words said.
Got it.
There will be lots of words said.
He's not going number 1, so go ahead and schedule it.
Ethan, what about you? Last final word.
I was the 9th pick, and I was the 2nd pick of Indianapolis. They picked up Seth. Can't remember his last name. The linebacker or defensive end. They picked him up at number 6, and I was number 9. But yeah, I mean, it's much shit talking I like to do, CJ. Good luck, man. Good luck. As far as for me, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the rest of the season. One last ride. And then moving on, and we'll see where life goes after that.
I'm sorry. You mean?
Yeah, this is my last season at Detroit.
Okay. They know you was gonna say that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
Well, I mean, they probably didn't know I was gonna say that, but I mean, it's some of the league already knows.
Oh, okay. Because that was news to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think you would.
This has been a thing for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, well, you better try to get your ring while you can, bro. But you know what? As long as you don't leave, as long as you don't leave, you know.
Oh no. I'm not re-rolling or no. I'm keeping on. I'm keeping on going. I'm pushing.
All right then. Well, that's
but I'll
good.
be in a different jersey next season.
Oh snap! I'm trying to figure out. With your personality. Oh, I think I know, but I'm not gonna say nothing because Lord knows I don't want to be responsible for voiding nobody's contracts or saying something and then it'd be. But I'm just thinking about your freaking personality and who's leaving and where you will be perfect for. If you're going where I think you're going, you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna fit.
Well, I don't have a set home yet.
Oh. Well, I know where you should go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you off the.
After the show, hit me up in the DM.
I sure will. I'll be happy to.
Yeah, no, I don't have a set. I don't have a set home yet. I just know that I'm not going to be in Detroit.
All right. Well, as soon as I say the team, you're gonna be like, "Yep, I get it. I promise you, I get it." So, All right, well, we're going to talk about that after the show. But, guys, thank y'all so much for joining us this evening. Uh-oh, I see comments. Man, this better not be your team getting ready to... Oh, okay. Whew, okay. So it says it's been announced to all GMs. And okay, Anchorage got their eyes on you, apparently. He's
Ryan's
going
always
to
got his eyes on me. Ryan can't leave me alone.
He's
Ryan's been right here in the back pocket since the minors. Okay.
I don't know about that, Deli. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't think Arizona spot's opening up anytime soon.
Nah.
I don't even think Arizona spot be opened up by the time CJ gets in the league.
You know, it's funny though. I was talking to Ryan in the offseason about potentially being quarterback. According to what I was being told, they're sticking with their quarterback till he retires. So either Ryan is just lying to me, and I'm gonna have to make him pay for it, or something else.
Flowers to Nashville? No.
Oh my God. I miss Nashville.
They just repainted the logo and it turned into a stingray.
Hey, they might need a quarterback too. You know, would you be open to playing number 2 somewhere?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I knew it.
No. Mm-mm. I've already been offered that. I was like, yeah, no.
You say hell no.
That's a quarterback right there.
Man, I feel you, bro. He said hell no.
I have come way too far
To be number 2. Be off the bench.
I would just retire, go down there with CJ at that point.
I feel you. I'm sorry. That just tickled me so much because you was dead ass serious with that, and I know you meant that with the bottom of your heart.
Not
Hey, you can come be my running back. I can use.
So if you want me, whoever's the QB1 right now, he better pack his shit.
Baby, you putting them on notice. I ain't gonna be number 2. I feel you, baby. I feel you. So apparently there are 3 teams that you'd be great on, according to Ryan. So I definitely know one, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Thank you so much. Both
21 teams I'd be good on.
Yeah, 21 different teams you can go to. But I know there's a couple of them that's definitely gonna need a quarterback. So you'll find out from me in a minute. But Dilly is right. Any team that he's on, he'll be great. True. From the personality to, everything that you got going on, man.
Look, me and Dilly been together for a while.
Yeah. So that's
Dilly is a day one.
Oh, damn. So I know that's going to be hard. And then with your boy CJ, y'all all were kind of like day one. So it's, I know y'all all kind of wanted to be on the same team together. So it'll be interesting to see where you go, and it'll be interesting to see if they follow you too. But
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe.
Well,
maybe not.
Maybe not. Guys, have a good night. Appreciate you. I do hope everything's well with you and your families. Please, whenever y'all have the notion, come back. Looks like I'm gonna have Ryan on the show next week. We already made a date for Thursday, so he's gonna be on with us on Thursday. So y'all come back and give him a hard chime, either in chat or if you want to drop in, you can. All right, y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll see you soon, love. Thank y'all so much for joining us this evening. It was fun. It was great having both these guys on for a nice quarterback conversation. And I'm grateful for everybody that hung out in the chat, giving us your feedback and just being interactive. We really appreciate that. Next show, I promise you, well, I'm going to try because lately when they'll be planning stuff for Thursday, it just don't work out. But I am planning my show for Thursday. My guest right now will be Ryan Davis over from the Anchorage Wolves. It's going to be a great time, and we'll see if we can get another guest on the show. But right now, it's just going to be he and I. And I have to figure out what I'm going to be making for my next dish. So I'll make sure I make that post soon. But thank y'all for tuning in. Looking forward to bringing you another great podcast next week, y'all. But until then, y'all stay safe. Treat each other well. Put your goodbyes in the chat. For CJ, Ethan, Striker, we... What you gonna do? See you soon.
What you